The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lupita Flores, and I'm the Membership Development Coordinator at the California Trucking Association. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Off-Highway Fuel Usage Reporting, a Closer Look. Before we get started, I want to go over just a few items. You can see your attendee interface to the right of your screen. You are listening in using your computer speakers by default, but if you'd like to use your phone to listen in, you can click on the telephone in the audio pane and the dial-in information will be displayed. Questions will also be welcome. You do have the opportunity to submit them at any time. You can type in your questions in the questions pane over to the right of your screen, and we will receive them. We will answer them during the questions and answer session at the end of the presentation. And now I would like to introduce our speaker, Brittany Clark. Brittany is the product manager with EROAD, which is CTA's Executive Circle Club partner. Brittany is the product owner responsible for leading the development of EROAD's suite of tax solutions for its U.S. operations. She's also got 7 years experience in tax and revenue industry, and she works directly with the development team on a daily basis to ensure that highly accurate and intuitive solution is being delivered to EROAD's customers. Brittany, please go ahead and proceed with your presentation.
Great, thank you, Lupita. As Lupita mentioned, I am kind of a tax nerd, so thank you for joining us instead of choosing the iPhone release update, so it's pretty exciting. For those of you who haven't maybe purchased electronic telematics provider, welcome. I hope that you'll be able to learn something new here. For those of you who are maybe considering a telematics provider and are thinking about making the switch to EROAD, hopefully you'll learn more about us during this presentation. And for those of you who already have EROAD, hopefully you'll still learn something new in this, especially when we get to the off-highway topic. So again, thank you and welcome. Just wanted to give you a little bit and tell you a little bit more about EROAD overall. We are a fully integrated technology, tax, and services solution. We really are a one-stop shop to be your complete technology partner. As Lupita mentioned, I strive really hard and EROAD strives really hard overall to provide highly accurate and intuitive reports as well as an overall modernized solution for your business. One thing that we are able to do is take advantage of existing technology that can help deliver admin savings by making the transition to telematics. One of the things that you can benefit from for your business is that while we're able to deliver improved tax, ELD compliance, and commercial services, you should and expect to receive a high return on your investment by making that switch. EROAD, one of, I guess, our strengths is that we provide a 99.98% service uptime, which leads our industry. We have 200 EROADers that work globally. We call ourselves EROADers as we're many teams that are spread out across New Zealand and North America, but we really do work very hard and communicate across the board so that we are able to provide the best solution for our customers. Our North American headquarters is based in Tualatin, Oregon. I'm located in Virginia, and we have other members spread out across the U.S. And overseas. Because of that, we are able to be complete experts in our field. We're highly qualified. As mentioned, we have many teams that are working all the time very closely together to provide the most experienced technology and security advantages for your business, as well as the transport industry and the public sector. One thing that EROAD has also done is build its solution platform from the ground up, and really with a focus on tax as the basis of that platform, so that we're able to provide and meet the highest performance and security standards required that help you achieve your compliance regulations. And one of those benefits are that maybe not on paper is that you're able to get a high degree of confidence with the EROAD solution. One of the things that we do compliance regulations. As Lupita mentioned, I am quite a big tax nerd, so I love tax. And one of the things that we were able to do is we wanted to provide that additional advantage to our customers to say, hey, we really are this accurate. So EROAD went a step above and was able to undergo a Secretary of State audit through the state of Oregon. Their findings revealed that we were accurate enough to provide and reliably capture and calculate Oregon weight mile tax. While we may not be advocates of weight mileage tax, we are able to provide the input sources needed to satisfy jurisdictional requirements. This allowed us to become the first company to develop a government-approved electronic tax record-keeping and management solution in North America. So just to read a little snippet, this report, audit report, is available on our website. But the Oregon Secretary of State Audit Office found that the EROAD system accurately and reliably captures and calculates Oregon weight mile tax information from commercial motor carriers. We also found that the company provides a secure and stable environment for transmitting, processing, and storing motor carrier weight mile tax information. One other component in ODOT interface to automatically receive weight mile tax reports and electronic payments is still under development by ODOT. Since the time of the report that has been released, we have been able to complete that, and so we really do have a one-stop solution as far as weight mileage tax is concerned. So how it works in EROAD, right? We have an in-vehicle hardware that we call the eHubbo, and that is what measures distance with a high degree of accuracy. It captures various information as far as location, route, and operational data. While we have that continuous ping rate, we're able to store and continuously transmit the encrypted data to our web-based application, which we call Depot. This allows customers and users to have access to that information that we are receiving from the in-vehicle hardware and provide that service online. Combined with a rapid ping rate, powerful mapping engine, and a tool for geofences, we are able to provide and support accurate, reliable, and auditable distance record keeping for tax purposes. While we can use that information above as well as other features in Depot such as fuel transactions, we're able to provide a tax solution that displays and reports distance and location traveled by your vehicles and your fleet, as well as calculate various taxes owed and generate the supporting records you need in case you undergo an audit. For our tax solution, and as part of our tax solution, we're able to provide customers with the ability to easily manage IFTA, IRP, and Oregon weight mile tax and road user assessment fee needs and meet the record-keeping requirements for electronic systems. Some of the advantages that EROAD is able to give you as far as tax is concerned is that we're able to provide you with the core and basic tax information such as electronic record keeping. But in addition to that, we have been able to incorporate the following into our tax solution to provide additional benefits to our customers. One of the things that we do is allow you to have exempt mile calculations automatically displayed on IFTA and Oregon weight mileage tax based on the road travel data that's coming in from that in-vehicle hardware. We also allow customers for Oregon weight mileage tax specifically and rough to easily change the weight and axle combinations with just a simple click of a button. You also can see the advantage of saving huge amounts of times on administration for completing and filing your tax returns. As mentioned, we have set up that payment gateway that we are able to send your electronic information directly to ODOT as far as Oregon weight mileage tax and Oregon roof returns are. And lastly, you can gain confidence in your filed tax returns. So in addition to those tax solutions that we offer for IFTA, IRP, and Oregon weight mileage tax, we now also provide this off-highway fuel usage report, which is why you're here today, as an out-of-the-box feature. It's very generic and flexible enough that it can be used for many purposes, such as for filing an off-highway fuel usage refund claim. So now I'd like to talk a little bit more about the off-highway fuel usage report. So what is this report? This report uses the vehicle's MPG to automatically calculate and display the number of gallons consumed off-highway on a per-vehicle basis. What we've been able to do is use the built-in mapping solution along with the types of road categories that we have and be able to display that information in a useful manner for you. So some of the road type categories that we offer are private road, off-road, toll road, construction site roads, and forestry roads. So you might be asking, well, why do I need it, right? So as we already know, manually recording and reporting where fuel is used can be time-consuming, cumbersome, and sometimes it's inaccurate. It makes it less than desirable for you to claim those refunds, especially for those jurisdictions that your fleet has traveled in during a specified time period, such as quarterly or annually. There are many types of jurisdictional refund processes available for fuel tax that a motor carrier can claim, and one of them is for the fuel consumed off-highway. Each jurisdiction can set and offer its own fuel tax refunds, and these vary based upon a number of different factors. Some of these factors include the type of fuel used, the type of equipment used, such as a powered takeoff vehicle, and the type of road traveled on. It's up to each individual jurisdiction to designate and set the rules and requirements needed for filing these refund claims. So what EROAD has been able to do is now automate this process to help you maximize your opportunity that's available for recovering your motor fuel tax that you've paid by using this off-highway fuel usage report. So what this report does is it displays the total number of off-highway miles per jurisdiction by default so that you can make better business decisions about which off-highway refund claims to file. So here are some of the advantages of what it does. So it also simplifies and expedites that refund claim process for you so that you're a lot with minimal manual effort for you to be able to claim them in a quick manner without having to spend a lot of time researching and figuring out where your off-highway travel was occurring. We're also able to automatically process the trip information to capture these off-highway miles and calculate the off-highway fuel consumed by road type category. As mentioned earlier, some jurisdictions don't allow for you to file a refund claim for the off-highway fuel for a construction site. However, they may offer a refund claim for a private road. So instead of letting your drivers have to remember to record each and every jurisdiction or each and every type of road type change, we're able to use that information and better present that for you to make your own decisions. One of the other things that the report has the advantage of is that it can generate the individual off-highway trip report that you need for record keeping and audit purposes when you file that refund claim. The other thing that you can do is drill down to the individual trip details for one vehicle directly from the off-highway fuel usage report. So what does it look like? So when you access the report in Depot, all of the off-highway data is grouped by jurisdiction and it's displayed per month for all vehicles and all off-highway areas. So as you can immediately see which jurisdictions have the most off-highway miles, which allows then you to accumulate the most off-highway travel to determine which refund claims to file. Some of the useful features that we offer that could benefit you is that you can choose the date range. As mentioned earlier, jurisdictions can set their own requirements. So one off-highway fuel usage refund claim may be for an annual period. Another one may be when you've reached a certain dollar threshold as far as your refund claim. So you might not be able to file that until you have at least $25 or $250 before you can file that return. Others set it out based on when you purchased your fuel. So based on all of that information, you can pick and filter exactly what information you want to see for that date range that applies to that jurisdiction that you'd like to file your refund claim for. One of the other things that you can do is select the road type category. So as mentioned earlier, one of the things that it does is by default is it displays all the off-highway data for all of the road type categories. However, as mentioned, you may only want 1 or 2 or 4 out of the 5 options. So that allows you to pick a subset and only see that information that's pertaining to that jurisdiction. The other thing that you can do is select the type of vehicle that you wish to see on the report. So some jurisdictions may not allow you to file exempt miles on their IFTA return, but they may have a separate refund process outside of IFTA for you to claim those off-highway miles back for the fuel consumed. Additionally, you may want to exclude your IFTA vehicles if that jurisdiction allows you to include them on the IFTA return. So you don't double dip as far as your refund is allowed. Again, so some additional detail that this report also provides is that you're able to expand the report to see the off-highway individual information for one vehicle or the group of vehicles that make up that jurisdictional total. When you drill down, one of the things that you'll be able to see then is your average vehicle MPG and the off-highway fuel used, the actual off-highway fuel that's been calculated. So not only does this information provide the generic and high-level information, but it also gives you that ability to drill down and see the individual off-highway trips by clicking on the link. So these links that are here, it might be a little bit difficult to see, but if you click that 5, it takes you to that vehicle's individual trip details, and you can see the actual map that's been drawn out where that off-highway travel occurred. So when you drill down into that view, any filters that you have applied are automatically transferred downstream so that when you navigate, you see what you had originally already filtered to. However, you also here can change the jurisdiction and change the off-highway type for that vehicle without having to go back to that summary report. Clicking on an individual trip in there also then displays that mapped off-highway data and on the right-hand side. For each off-highway trip, we also display additional data fields. And what we have currently displayed is the trip distance, the jurisdiction, the type of road, the exemption type, and the start and end distance readings along with their date, timestamp, and location. So here's just a screenshot of one of those that you can see. It looks like maybe this is a parking lot or off the road there, and they made a big loop around. So that's the type of level of detail that we can provide here. Lastly, one of the things that you can also have do is extract this information into a CSV export. So we offer multiple different exports for this off-highway fuel usage report. So by default, we have that by jurisdiction view where you can see each and every jurisdiction that your vehicle has traveled in with the total distance, the number of highway miles traveled, and the off-highway miles traveled. So that's this top section here. That expanded view where you've now drilled down into the vehicles, you can also export that view directly to CSV. And again, you can take this information and transform it and translate it any way that would better suit your business. So here's the breakdown information from that export. And lastly, from that link, that individual vehicle trip details, if you decide to export that information, you can also see how detailed the information is provided. So you have your entry and exit date and time, your jurisdiction, the type, latitude and longitude, your location, the e-hubbo, et cetera, et cetera. So you can really see the level of detail there that we're able to provide with this. So now that you have a bit better understanding of what that report can do for you, so let's look at a real-world scenario. So I think some of you here may be from California, so we'll kind of take a look here at California. As you all may know, an IFTA motor carrier, regardless of what their base jurisdiction is, cannot claim the California off-highway miles on their IFTA return. However, California does offer a separate refund, a separate return that's available to claim back those exempt miles. So in this example, because it doesn't have IFTA exemptions, the all vehicles or all IFTA vehicles may be the best and appropriate choice for your vehicle drop-down for your filter. Again, because we don't want to look at all of the jurisdictional information here, you may want to just select California so that you can focus in on your California travel. By definition, for off-highway in California, gated properties, construction sites, forestry road, and completely off the road are eligible to be included on the BOE 770DU. So that's the separate return that's available in California. So what this means is that as a carrier, I can now select each of those road type carriers as my filter for California for all of my vehicles or all my IFTA vehicles and apply that so that I can only see all the information except for maybe toll roads, because California doesn't offer that as an exemption type here. So again, based on the date information, it looks like it can only be filed on or before the last day of the calendar month following the period for which the tax is due. So in this instance for California, monthly appears to be the best choice to view the California off-highway data. There's a link there that'll take you to that return if you'd like to go and visit that page. I believe a copy of this will be sent out, so in case there are any questions, you'll have this information to use and do some additional research or findings that best suit your business. So with all that information, the customer, you all, can use that data to fill out this return and file their refund claim in California. So as most of you are geographically located on the West Coast, I kind of wanted to give you another example. So if you simply substitute out California here with Nevada, that would be great. And then if you substitute the form type for the MC45, the same scenario applies in Nevada. So again, you can, whether you're based in Nevada or not, you can file this refund claim with the state of Nevada. So in summary, EROAD really does offer a whole lot of great benefits and advantages for your company. So again, whether you're looking to choose someone or you've already chosen us, we're here to help you. We really are. We're pretty dedicated and hard workers to get you the information that you need that best suits your business. We understand that not all customers are treated equally as far as what their business needs are, and that each one of you is very individualistic as far as what best suits your needs and what makes you successful. So we're really eager to help you modernize your business and transform what you're doing today into something that could be a lot better, or even maybe more advantageous, or for help you save money. So again, we were the first company to develop a government-approved electronic tax record-keeping and management solution in North America. And that, again, was with the Oregon weight mileage tax and roof. However, we have expanded and understand that IFTA and IRP and fuel tax is very important. So here we've developed a user-friendly off-highway fuel usage report for you all and our other clients to quickly identify and accurately apply for and take advantage of fuel tax refunds that may not have been possible before based on the record-keeping processes you have in place, or maybe it's too difficult to keep those very detailed records when you're only traveling, 0.1 miles off-road. They do add up and they do matter, and so we understand that, and so hopefully this report will better help you make better business decisions and save you a whole bunch of time. So are there any questions or comments? Okay, well, maybe there aren't any questions or comments now. I don't see any in the box. So thank you very much. My name again is Brittany. There's my email address, and that is my direct line. As mentioned, I'm in Virginia. I'm based on the East Coast. So if you have any questions, whether about something I said or maybe you just have a generic tax question, I'd love for you to reach out to me at any time. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. I hope that you all learned something. Hope this was informative enough for those of you who do have it, and maybe persuade some of you who don't to maybe consider EROAD as your technology partner. So thank you again for coming. I do appreciate it. That's it for me.